Welcome back to Metal Gear Solid 2. And so when we last left off, tanker exploded, Snake went down. What happens next? Scientists had to make thousands of calculations to create the atomic bomb and determine its effects. Computers and atomic bombs, both products of World War II, grew up together. Some random information on atomic bombs.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that
The
tanker
Verrazano
2 years
Bridge,
ago?
April 29th.
Of course. Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection. Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEALs Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad, Dead Cell.
Dead Cell.
Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group, and they have the big shell under complete control.
Who is this? I wouldn't trust that at all with a chopper. I don't know, that's just me. Looks like he came in pretty close to that.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion? What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the big shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Not the
Unless the
president.
demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history.
Sounds terrible.
You have two mission objectives. One, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And two, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary.
Where have I heard something like that before? Huh. How strange. Anyways.
You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue
Ooh,
operation.
SEAL Team 10.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
Darn it. I wanted to make friends with the SEALs.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
Terrible.
Lock. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The
Horrible.
lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
Yes.
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
It
What
is.
about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the big shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden.
Raiden.
All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR.
That's
I
it?
feel like some kind of
I've done
legendary
800.
mercenary.
I'm way better.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.
So you think like 30 years from now when the Colonel's like
when you want to
90,
use the codec,
his codec
push the
frequency is
select
going to still be
button. When we need to
140.85?
reach you,
That'd be kind of cool.
contact you. The codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the big shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research.
Oh goody, a look at Raiden's suit.
The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
I don't see a resemblance to a skull at all.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Okay, so what we can do first is, well, this is Raiden, first of all. And that's my dog barking. Is, well, we can do these nifty little cartwheels, I guess you want to call them that. Looks... I like how you can do them into walls, in place. But anyways, if you dive underwater...
Got your...
You don't need to learn how to swim. You know how to do this. Down there is the thermal goggles. Grab those really quick. I like how it gives that humidity effect every time you get out of the water. Next thing we can do is we can hang off ledges. Now one of the things we can do is we can do chin-ups or pull-ups, which if you do enough of them, you get you'll be able to raise your grip level to level 2, which will allow you to hang on for longer. And there's not much else to say about that, really. So other than that, let's go ahead and head over to the next one, because there's nothing else here that we can really care about to grab. There's someone over there! He's getting up! Ring, ring.
I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gurlukovich man.
Gurlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
That was some useful advice. I don't think there's anything over here. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, nothing over here. Anyways, moving on. What's in here? Another body. 3 bodies. Who could that be?
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, He's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Raiden's a dork.
Use the node to
You're
gain
gonna learn
access
this
to the
throughout
Big
the rest
Shell's
of the
facilities
game.
network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high. Should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node.
Action button. Raiden pulls out his PS2
The
controller and presses
nanomachines
the
in your
action
body
button.
will take care of the security clearance.
It's pretty
and
cool,
allow
actually.
you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness.
The more you
If
keep
they
talking,
spot
the more
you,
they're gonna
you
wake
won't
up.
be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
Okay, here we go. Oh, jeez. Okay, so here we get to enter in names and stuff. And my name is Carl. I'm a male. I was born, sure, let's go 1970. April. Ironically, the day I'm recording this, April 30th. My month type is unknown. And I'm from the United States. Yes, today the day I'm recording this today is April 30th. The irony of that. And you'll find more of this out. Okay, everything should still be good. We can always change this later too. And the Colonel's gonna talk some more.
The radar should be functioning now.
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are
need
your
to learn
enemies,
how
and the
the
blue
solid
cone
dot
shape
radar
represents their field of
works.
vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the Start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
The analyst.
Jack.
Oh no, not her.
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's
Well,
going
she
on?
is.
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Fox
'Cause
analyst that was supposed to take part in this
that's
mission
why.
was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, You're stuck with me whether you like it or not.